Yo, what's going on, my buddies? Totaljophes coming at you with my thoughts on the reveal of the Nintendo Switch. Okay, so unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably heard that Nintendo has finally unveiled their next console, which was previously called the NX, or at least codenamed the NX. And it's now been unveiled officially as the Nintendo Switch. They have a trailer out and everything, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend you go check it out right now so you know what I'm talking about, and so you know what, like, everybody else is talking about. Now, I saw the trailer, and I have formulated my own opinion on the Nintendo Switch, and I gave it a couple of days so that they could get all the rumors out there and whatnot before I made a video about it, so I don't have to make, like, multiple videos about it. But, here's what I think about what they announced, you know, what they showed off in the trailer and everything, and, you know, what they're going to have for the Nintendo Switch altogether. Starting off, the main selling point of the console seems to definitely be that, well, I mean, we already had the rumors that it was going to be a console portable hybrid, and that's exactly what it is. It's a console, and you've got sort of like these like controllers. I guess they basically are controllers for the console that you can kind of attach to a screen that's part of the console and lift it out. I'm describing it pretty shitty, but if you just go look at the trailer, you know what I mean. But yes, the Nintendo Switch can be kind of detached to be a portable console as well. Now, that's an interesting idea. I think that's actually really innovative and actually really cool. And that's what I've usually loved about Nintendo consoles, is that they're usually really innovative and creative with what they do. I mean, case in point, I mean, the Wii was like the first console that really fully utilized, you know, motion controls as, you know, like actual big things. I mean, yeah, the PS3 had a few things with the 6-axis, but the Wii was the first one that like really heavily utilized motion control. And then there's the Wii U with, you know, the dual, you know, screen thing, which I think was like the first to really utilize that really well. Now, granted, the Wii U had its issues, but still, the initial thought process there was still innovative. And then we had the DS, which was also innovative with you know, dual touch screens, and, well, dual screens and one of them being a touch screen and whatnot. And then the 3DS, where you had 3D, so on and so forth. They've always been innovative with what they put out there. And I love that about Nintendo consoles. But whereas the Switch is plenty innovative, and I actually really do like that. I really think that's cool. Like, I'm really looking forward to maybe picking one up and, you know, being in the middle of a game, just taking the screen out, walking off, going, you know, down the street, whatever. But I do have some issues with it, too. First and foremost, my number one issue is them using cartridges for their games. And yes, this console won't be using discs to play games anymore. It will be using cartridges, much like the 3DS or, you know, the DS, Game Boys, those things use, and, you know, like, well, like all consoles used to use, but there's a reason why they don't use that anymore, and that's because discs are usually more powerful. And I don't know, I'm really concerned about the fact that the NX is using cartridges, because I'm like, okay, one of the biggest reasons why the Wii U didn't sell well is because the really big, really, you know, powerful games that could play on, you know, the PS3, 360, PS4, Xbox One specifically, they didn't work on the Wii U because the PS4 and Xbox One are more powerful. The Wii U isn't powerful enough to handle that. You know, the Wii U has to play lesser games or games in downed graphics. And it's like, okay, well, that kind of sucked, because, you know, if you really want to play, say, Skyrim in the best quality that you could, the remaster, Skyrim remaster, sorry. If you want to play that in the best quality you can, it's going to have to be on the PS4 and Xbox One, because, you know, the Wii U can't handle it. And that's probably why they're coming out with the NX, is to upgrade the power and whatnot, but I don't think they're upgrading the power enough with the NX. I think, yeah, sure, it'll be more powerful than the Wii U, sure. It can handle Xbox One and PS4 games, sure, but it won't handle them as well as the PS4 and Xbox One can. At least that's what I think. I mean, they haven't released a whole lot about the console, more just what it's capable of and a few other things. They haven't released the specs or anything, but because it's using cartridges, I find it very difficult to believe that the PS4 and Xbox One are going to be, on its level. I have this feeling like it's still going to be a slightly lesser console as far as power goes, especially with the PS4 Neo and Xbox One Scorpio coming out. That's going to drop the NX even further down the lines if it's not even as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox One. So I'm really worried about that. Another thing that I'm really concerned about, and a lot of people are actually concerned about this. I just got done watching a video from Rich, Review Tech USA, talking about this, which is the trailer for the NX showed off 2 games that they don't actually know are even going to be on the console yet. And that was an NBA game, I think it was like 2K16, 2K17, something like that. And Skyrim, the remaster, Skyrim Special Edition, whatever. That's going to be supposedly on the NX or on the Switch. But here's the thing. The companies behind that came out and said that they haven't confirmed anything, that those aren't necessarily going to be on the Switch, even though they showed it off in the trailer. And it's like, okay, realistically, don't show off games in the trailer for your console that might not even be on your console. I mean, because there are going to be people that see that the Switch has, the Skyrim Special Edition or NBA 2K16-17, whichever one it is. There are going to be people that see that and go buy the NX for that, or go buy the Switch. I keep calling it NX. There are going to be people that see that and go buy it for that game. But that's screwing them then, because that game might not even come out on that console. And if it doesn't, then you are just blatantly screwing people. And that's fucked up. I don't like that. I don't like that they showed that off, and I think that's really stupid. Another thing, and I know it sounds like I'm really ripping on the Switch, but I will say right now that I actually really do like it. I think it looks really cool. I am most likely going to buy one. I'm going to wait until they release a little bit more information, because I want to know a little bit more about what I'd be getting, but so far I do like it. But anyway, yeah, I do still have my beefs. And my next one is backwards compatibility. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to make a big deal about it, and it's not a big deal. It's just a deal, Like, it's not a main selling point, but it is kind of stupid. Now, obviously, I don't expect them to have backwards compatibility with a Wii U, because this console plays cartridges, and the Wii U plays discs. Clearly, that can't have backwards compatibility unless you add a shit ton more hardware in there. And I don't blame them for not doing that. But realistically, it shouldn't take that much more effort for them to maybe make it backwards compatible with the 3DS. I mean, you could even use like the Switch screen thing that you can pull out. You can even kind of maybe utilize that as like a second screen. The top screen of the 3DS being the TV, and then the bottom screen being, the little Switch controller screen thing. Or, if you're on the go, you can just kind of, have both screens right there. Whatever it takes, but I think it's kind of a missed opportunity, It's not a main selling point. I'm not going to bitch too much. But I think that it is kind of, like I said, a missed opportunity. It's something that they could have done that probably would have increased, the appeal of the Switch to other people, but they didn't do it. And, I can't be too happy about that. Again, I'm not that pissed off, but I still think it was kind of a crappy decision. So, yeah. But all in all, I will still say, as far as the trailer showed me, as far as we know about the Switch, it doesn't seem terrible. I'm still really concerned about how it's going to go compared to the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One Scorpio, or whatever they're going to be calling that when they unveil it. I'm really concerned about how it's going to compete with those two, power-wise, and now that Xbox One has backwards compatibility and PS4 kind of has it, not really. But, either way, I'm kind of concerned how it's going to compete in all of these aspects if it doesn't deliver enough, My hopes for the Switch is that even if it's not as powerful, it's going to be innovative enough and have enough unique games on it to make it a seller either way. Because if it doesn't innovate enough, if it doesn't have enough unique games on it, it's just going to be a repeat of the Wii U, and I would really hate for that to happen. So, yeah, here's hoping that the Switch does well, because I do like Nintendo. I love Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, even though Sony's been kind of assholes as of late. Maybe I'll make a video about that later, but I love those companies. I want to see them succeed, and the Switch is no exception to that. So here's really hoping that it does well. So what's your guys' thought on the Switch? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Have you even seen the trailer? Or, tell me all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. I want to hear all of this. I want to have a conversation about this shit. Definitely leave a like on this video, and definitely subscribe for future videos, because I'll be uploading multiple every week as usual. So, that'd be about it. So until next time, stay pretty, my buddies.